Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Holderhek channel. In this video, we're going to be going over what is called the Haste Plateau, and I'm going to be teaching you why potentially stacking all of your haste buffs at the same time might not be the best way to go, although it probably is. But we're going to go over what the Haste Plateau is, how you can avoid being there, and what it means for your damage. Let's go. First thing I want to do is go over what the Haste Plateau is and what it isn't. There's a lot of information that's been thrown around about this thing, and some of it's good, some of it's bad. There's really like two key things that you need to know about it. The first thing is this is all because of the Wind Fury internal cooldown. Blizzard, in their infinite wisdom, decided that Wind Fury should have a 3-second internal cooldown in Burning Crusade. So that means that anytime you proc Wind Fury on either your main hand or your offhand, you have 3 seconds before you can proc it again. This interferes with us constantly stacking haste, which is our go-to, because you can get to a point to where you're attacking so fast that you are attacking multiple times within that ICD window, and the damage gained from attacking without being able to proc Wind Fury versus attacking a little bit slower but being able to proc Wind Fury doesn't equate to it being worthwhile. Now, what does that look like in a graph, you are asking? Well, let me get that for you. This is what that looks like. And if that looks like a unmanageable mess, then you would be probably correct in assuming that. But I'm going to link this below. This was compiled by Beagle. He's very, very good at coming up with the charts and the math for everything that we do. But you'll see at various points within using specific cooldowns like drums, DST, haste pots, DST plus drums, drums plus haste pot plus bloodlust plus flurry plus dragon maw plus every other haste buff in the game. You get to these various, I don't even want to call them breakpoints, but you get to these various points where it could, in theory, be better if you staggered utilizing all of your haste buffs at once. Now, this would really only work in a vacuum or a raid scenario where you are very, very comfortable with and know the kill time beforehand. Because, yes, on paper, if you stagger these buffs in a very specific way, then you could theoretically gain more DPS. But if you miss part of your rotation for some reason, if you miss a trinket cooldown, if you miss a potion cooldown, if you miss any specific part of your regular cooldowns while trying to stagger these things to perfectly eke out the ICD window, it's probably going to be a net DPS loss. So that's why the Haste Plateau doesn't really exist except for very specific scenarios like I'm going to go over in a minute here, which is the original Haste Plateau, which is a swing speed between 1.50 and 1.40. This is more or less what you need to be worrying about and what you can probably manage within a raid situation. All the other various procs and circumstances of playing an enhancement shaman, personally for me, I feel like it would be far too much to manage to be able to micromanage, you know, the various 6-7 different procs and buffs we have going on at any given time. But you can stay out of that 1.5 to 1.4 window, which will basically always be a net loss if your weapons are synced and staggered. Watch the sync and stagger video I'm releasing it either before this one or after this one, but it'll be within a day. So, all of that confusing explanation out of the way, I'm going to at least do my best to teach you how to stay out of that 1.5 to 1.4 window, which is literally all I personally worry about. Are we good? Great. So you're going to see me running up here with my 2.60 default weapon speed. Immediately, I'm going to get a Mongoose proc and all my flurries. Now, with Flurry and Mongoose together, I'm just at 1.96. Absolutely no need to worry about the Haste Plateau. This completely changes when I pop Bloodlust, and you'll see my weapon speed goes right down into or near the Haste Plateau, and it stays there for most of the time. This is when you're going to have to start managing your haste stacks via consumables or trinkets or whatever else you can possibly muster. I get out of this situation by popping drums and the abacus at the same time. This takes me down to 1.44, then 1.24, taking me well out of the range. Now, if you're relying on procs, then you're going to have less control. So I think for most people, if you find yourself teetering within this plateau range where you absolutely do not want to be, the best thing to do is going to be to control when you pop your haste potion, because that will definitely take you out of that range and put you back into good damage. Okay guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you learned something or enjoyed your time here. Come back to my channel for more infotainment, same infotainment place, same infotainment time. Well, that's actually not true. Make videos when I can make videos, but I hope this has helped you out a lot. Obviously, check out my Twitch at the Holderhek. Give me a sub here if you like this content, and expect bigger and better things in the future. Bye-bye, guys.